So today we are making a tortellini stew. I don't even know what it is. I just started making this at home and the kids love it, so I continue on. This is super easy to make. You can make this in a crock pot, or you could even make it in a pot on the stove and just simmer it all day on low until the meat is tender. This crock pot, yeah, it's way too small for me. I used to have two big ones, but they kind of got lost in a move and I haven't been able to replace them yet. So I just make do with a small one. This is stewing beef. I cut it myself, but you can just use a package of stewing meat. You don't need to brown it. When I have time, I do. But I have put it in here without browning it. In fact, I've even used it frozen. When I'm in the hurry and I'm going out and I need something for dinner, I'll actually put it in here frozen, so it doesn't matter. So you just put the meat in there, put carrots in. This is 2 carrots shredded. If you don't like, I shred them because we aren't big on the taste of cooked carrots, but as long as they're shredded, we don't mind. If you don't like carrots, if you don't have any carrots around the house, it doesn't matter. You can still make it. It's not a deal breaker. And this is 2 onions, roughly chopped. This as well, if you don't have any around or you don't like onions, again, not a deal breaker. You don't have to use it. You can just put the meat in. Now these are the Knorr beef bouillon cubes. I use an entire package, which is 6 of them. And these, you know, once things have been cooking an hour or so, you can go in and stir things up to make sure these are all stirred up and integrated in it. And as you can see, here's the pot, and then I just add water to it. You want to make sure and cover it all. I put my water up pretty well to the top. I'll probably add a little bit more a little later. And you're also going to end up putting in rainbow tortellini. I do the 3 cheese tortellini, but you're not going to put it in now. You're going to put them in at the very end, but you're going to have that. And so I'm just going to put this on. I'm going to let it cook until the pieces of beef are tender and falling apart, and then I'll get back to you and show you what it looks like in the next step. So this has been going for about 2.5 hours or so, maybe 3, and as you can see, the color's changed. All the onions are basically cooked. The carrots are in there. I keep cooking it until things almost disintegrate. The beef isn't quite fork tender yet. Okay, so if I push it up against here, it should kind of split. It's almost there, but I'm going to keep this going for a bit. Once it's fork tender, we're going to put in the tri-colored pasta, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you in a little bit. So the meat is all done. If I push it against the side, it kind of falls apart there. You can see it falling apart. So it's ready for the tortellini. Now, keep in mind, I am seriously overstuffing this. It should be in a bigger crock pot, or I should have done it on the stove, but I didn't. It'll work, but it will end up being right up to the top. Hopefully it doesn't overflow a bit. So I'm just going to make sure all the pasta is covered. And I'm going to put this back on high. Again, I'm probably going to add maybe a cup of water to it, just to make sure there's enough liquid, because I don't want the pasta to absorb all of the liquid and then not have the kind of gravy. So I'm going to put this, putting a cup of water in so it's kind of up to here. Hold my breath that it doesn't overflow, and let this pasta cook. It should be cooked in about 20 minutes or maybe a little longer. We'll see how it does, and we'll get back to you. So our tortellini soup, stew, whatever you want to call it, is done. As you can see, it has some lovely color to it. It's got some amazing fork tender beef in it. So we just, you put it in a bowl. I'm just going to show you here. And our family likes to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on it, maybe a little salt and pepper, and it's done. It looks gorgeous. As you can tell, it only takes a few minutes to make. It tastes amazing, and you're really going to love it. So please give it a try. Comment below. Tell me if you liked it. Let us know what other recipes you want us to show you, and please like and subscribe, and thanks for joining us.